Hi my friends, welcome to Forever Yoga today. This session is all about sustainability. Sustainability in our own bodies, bones, muscles, the brain. I've taken a bunch of exercises, some are yoga, some are not so yoga, but they're all designed to help us prepare for a fit future with grace and agility. Sound good? I hope so. So go get a block or two, and even a pillow or two might be nearby, and your yoga mat. And I'll meet you back where we will start, like we always do, by getting grounded. Hi all. Today's sustainable yoga practice. Let's begin in a standing position and connect our awareness, our mind awareness, to our physical bodies and the energetic earth energy beneath us. So there you go. Take a few moments to put your mind in your body, to close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. Bend and straighten your knees, and then take awareness to the soles of your feet. Feel your feet touching whatever you're standing on, be it the mat, the floor, a carpet. Just feel the sensation of your feet. And let's get grounded and bouncy and heavy. So just up and down, bend your knees, arms are relaxed. Start some movement to warm up joints. Take your feet a bit wider and do the same thing. So bend knees, move joints, shoulder joints, one at a time, maybe, circle. Bend knees. Good. Let's move hips. And circle one direction and then switch directions. Great. Let's take our feet a few inches even wider. Bend the knees. And begin some nice, slow, easy squats and rounding of the spine. So bend your knees, sink down, pause for a moment, bend and straighten. Just lift your hips and take them back down again. Awareness in the knee joints, awareness in your hips. And most importantly here, awareness of your physical body, the weight of it, and connecting to what you're standing on. Floor, ground, earth. And roll up slowly to standing. Good. And back to a Tadasana, mountain pose, 2 feet, root down. Arms beside you, palms face forward. And this being yoga, create a moment of intention, if you will, for yourself. I offer the suggestion that part of your personal intention for today's practice is to take care of yourself, modify where needed, no striving beyond what is safe and appropriate for you, but finding the edge where you feel challenged and feel a workout, and that's how you'll come out the other side feeling rejuvenated. Excellent. 2 more moments of just rooting down, creating a sense of strength and stability simply by standing in Tadasana mountain pose, preparing for our practice. Good. Opening your eyes, let us continue on. Let's transition down to table position on your mat. So come on down with planting your hands just slightly forward of your shoulders and your knees more or less lined up with your hands. Glide your body forward and back, putting weight back towards your hips, towards your heels as you stretch back, arms extend way out and breathe. And then coming up, come forward, so you'll put a little pressure on the crease of your wrists and you'll feel weight in your hands. And then back again. So forward and back, breath is easy. As we start to warm up the body. Many of you do ask me, should one warm up before yoga? Well, this is already the yoga and it's a warm up. So yes, definitely body parts should get warmed up before, during yoga practice. Good, now come to stillness. Take your hand, we're going to do some more for the hands and the wrists. So let's take one hand and place the back of the hand on the mat and lean back a little bit. Woo-hoo. And switch hands. Good, so you're putting a little bit of pressure on the back of your hand and then rock forward and back. It's really good for the wrists and the hand. Good, and do that again. You may feel sensation and you breathe into it. Good. Now, take your hands and plant them down so they are on a slight angle, fingers spread, elbows splayed out to the side for some mini warm-up push-ups. Come up onto your knees, cross your ankles if you like, and then lower down halfway or so. Just make this a mini push-up, up and down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And let's stretch back. Breath. Extended child's. Now, we're going to practice getting from a seated position to standing in various configurations. This is one of my favorite fun things to do that helps build strength, balance, and coordination. It will help take us into our golden years with grace and agility. Be sure to modify as you need to, so not to injure yourself or re-injure anything that is going to be problematic. So don't feel you have to go no hands. You'll see that in some of the moves, I have to use my hands. Not a problem. We're going to do the first one from tall kneeling. So knees, hips, shoulders. Step. Let's say it's the left foot forward to start. Curl back toes. Get your breath here. Lift the back knee up and then step it up forward. Return to the mat, same leg that you started with last time. So left leg back, knee down, 2 knees down, pause. Other side, right foot forward, up, and standing. Right leg back, lower, and 2 knees down. Great. Let's do that again, both sides. Forward and up, and back and down. Good, and then forward and up and back and down. Cool. Now we'll come to cross-legged. Now many of you may find the sitting cross-legged to be a little more comfortable than sitting on your knees, but the getting up from here, remember, it puts a lot of pressure on knees and hips, so you'll need to take care. If you can rise up to standing without the use of your hands, take a deep breath in and go for it. I will be using my hands. So here we go. Inhale, exhale, whoop, up we go. Then cross the opposite leg in front and come down, and then up you go again. Woo! Cross opposite leg in front and go down. Now, if like me, you happen to have an existing knee concern, if you start to feel it in the knees, then you may not want to crisscross the legs and you may need to use one or both hands, okay? But up and down we go a few more times, okay? Up. And if you can go without hands, awesome. Up and down. Use your breath. Up and down. Switch the crosses if that's okay with you. Okay, one more time. Up and down. Oh, so graceful, right? Great. And now lastly, rock and roll to standing. I have this microphone thing in the way, so I have to take it out. So otherwise I'll hurt myself or break my microphone. Okay, you know this is, we've done this before. Rock and roll to till you stand up. Same thing as what I just demonstrated with a little bit more momentum. So, and it also begins with a nice massage for your back. So just give yourself that massage a few times. Breathing. Switch the crisscross. Do this a bunch of times. This is very beneficial. Crisscross your ankles and switch. Okay? Are you doing that? And now, when you feel ready, again, option to use your hands or not. Option to actually just stop and push yourself up from all fours. And up we go. Ta-da! Perfect. Okay. So that's a really important, sustainable thing that we can practice regularly to find strength, coordination, and balance, take us into our future days with poise and grace and agility. Let's do our heel bounces now. So come up onto your ball and toes of your feet and then start to come on down with a vibrating bounce. Okay, just keep going. Up and down. This sustainable yoga practice, I don't know if it's yoga, but it's what I do to keep the weight of my body vibrating the bones, vibrating the muscles. Down, down, down. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, now please shake everything out gently from all the joints, right? From your hips and your shoulders. Just get everything nice and loose. All right. And now, coming to one side of your mat. So let's say this is the right side of your mat. Your feet are more or less parallel. And arms will come up. Inhale. Exhale. Sit your butt back into Utkatasana, chair pose. Weight on your heels, but keep a little movement happening here. So bend and straighten. Bend, lift, and lower a little bit. Good. Now hold your Utkatasana chair pose. Good. And now fold forward, hinging at your hips. Take your time. And then you'll be in a forward bend with knees bent. Let the upper body hang a bit. Let the head go. And you can now, I'd like you to play with bending one knee and then the other. And if you can't get all the way down, that's fine. You could be up a little higher. But just in a forward bend, alternate bending one knee and then the other. Good. And then pause in any place you'd like to hold for a few breaths. Forward bend. Great. And then we'll step your left foot back, planted at an angle, coming up into your version of Warrior 2. So your left arm will circle forward and up and back, and then both arms lift, and you're in Warrior 2. Shoulders are relaxed. Good. Hold here, sink a little deeper, find your warrior. Good. Now turn your palms to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Bring both arms up till your palms touch. And then bring them down again. So we're just going to hold the lower body, but just lift the arms. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale. Good. One more time up. Hold here. Now drop your left hand to your left leg behind you. And reverse your warrior. A little bend back. Inhale. Exhale. Forearm of your right forearm to your right thigh. Side angle bend. Turn your right palm up. Roll your top shoulder back. And find side angle bend. Breathe. Now take the top left arm and stretch it straight out over your ear in an angle. Remember, you can modify any of this if necessary for your body's needs today. And hold and breathe. Great, inhale. Now exhale, circle your top arm around and down, pivot your back foot, and then let's go ahead down into a lunge. In this lunge, you could rock a little forward and back, bend the knee forward, and slide and glide back and forth. Good, and now prepare for a twist. You might use a block, by the way, underneath your left hand, right hand on your right hip, and then turn. My back will be to you, but your back will be to me anyway. You're going to turn to your right, and then you have all those nice options for twisting. You can hold here to bring an arm up if you like. You can certainly do prayer hand twist if you're familiar with it. And breathe. Let's hold for 3 more breaths. Inhale, exhale, in the twist. Great. Take a breath in and look down. And then if you're using a block, you can move it out of the way. And then let's go ahead and drop back knee. So left knee down, flatten the back foot. And then you'll find your way to a low lunge. Relax your shoulders. Press down in the back foot. So we practiced this in a previous video, and it's so much fun. It's a balancing move and a strengthening move for your hip. So we're going to start to try to lift the front foot up off the floor and let it hover for as long as you can keep it up. And then you'll inevitably have to touch down again, get your balance. And that's cool. That's what it's all about. It's adjusting your body's weight to hold the foot up for any amount. And you do the best you can, and know that it's so good for your hip to do this, and also your brain and the rest of your body that's adjusting for the balance. Hold and breathe. Great, and release. Good. Frame your front foot with your hands, curl your back toes, lift up into a lunge, step back into plank pose. Now you can hold top of the push-up plank, or you can go down to a forearm plank. Hold for about 5 breaths. Breathing in and out through your nose. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop to your knees. Stretch back to extended child's. And then, as we did in the beginning of the session today, you'll come up to standing. Use whichever foot you want to step forward. Step that foot forward. Curl your back toes. Lift the knee off the floor, and then up you come to standing. Perfect. All right. Let's do that routine on the other side. I'm going to turn and go to the other side of the mat so that I can see you. With your feet a few inches apart parallel, root down in 2 feet. Good, and then bend, straighten, until we find Utkatasana. Sit your butt down, arms out in front of you, weight in your heels. Good, and sink down. You can lift your toes. You can lift all of your toes up off the floor. Good, you can plant all of your toes back down. Now you can keep your little toes on the floor with the big toes lifted. And now you can switch and press your big toes down and lift all the little toes. Hold here. Excellent. Inhale, exhale, fold forward, standing forward bend. Good. And then, as we did on the other side, do a little movement here. Feel stretches in your IT band, your hip, sciatic nerve activation by bending one knee and the other. So you're alternating pedaling. So obviously do what works for you here. If something feels inappropriate, do something else. The idea is to feel good and be productive. Good. Hold here. Breathe. Just pause in any forward bend that feels nice with knees straight or bent. It's up to you. Maybe even close your eyes. Take breaths. Great. And now we'll be stepping your right foot back, planted at an angle, root down, engage your abs, and slowly with your right arm circling around and in front of you and then behind you, you'll find warrior pose. Good. Virabhadrasana 2. Breathing in and out through your nose. Great. Turn your palms up. We're going to keep the lower body in the warrior as the arms lift and lower. So inhale, palms touch overhead, turn the palms away and bring them down to parallel. A couple more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. One more time. Up, hold. Now right hand will come behind you, touch your right leg, lean back in a reverse warrior. Activate your feet and your inner thighs and breathe. Now, next move, side angle bend. Left forearm to left thigh, palm up. Roll top shoulder back. Option to take this top right arm and stretch it straight out over your ear and hold. Inhale. Exhale, circle top arm around and down, pivot your back foot, and come on down to the lunge. Now, here I demonstrated a block on the other side. I think I will go get the block. I like that. So I'm going to place a block underneath the right hand. Now, you have so many options for twisting, as you know. You can do a knee down, you can do prayer hands, but the idea is to rotate your body to look over the shoulder. Option to bring this arm up or not, or prayer hand it. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly bring your hand down. If you used a block, you can lose your block. And now, coming up into low lunge, as you did on the other side. So press down in the back foot. The top of the foot presses down. I'm going to activate the muscles of this leg, the back leg, and press down on the front foot. Relax your shoulders. Okay, and now here we go for the sneaky strength move of working this hip. So it's a balancing challenge. Lift your toe up off the floor and then allow the rest of your body to compensate as best it wants to keep your foot up off the floor. And hold and breathe. Keep it going for a bit longer. Yeah, you have to find a focus for your gaze. You have to move your foot around to keep it up. Finding perfect stillness is probably harder or not. Everyone's going to be different. But you're working this hip. Awesome. Okay. Foot comes back down. Place your hands on either side of that front foot to frame it. Curl back toes, lift your knee off the floor, and you know where we're going. Step back into plank pose. So, in the interest of doing things differently to give different loads on our bodies, I'd like you to take your hands wider than they automatically were at for a few breaths. So just hold a plank with your hands a little bit wider than usual. Good, breathe. And then bring your feet in so your toes are touching. So you're in a different kind of a configuration for plank. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop to your knees. Hips back for an extended child's. Breathe. Relax your head and your neck. And then come on up. Tall kneeling to prepare to stand. So step a foot forward. Curl your back toes and up you rise until you're standing. Find easy Tadasana, 2 feet in a comfortable stance, palms forward, shoulders relaxed. And let us move on. Okay, so coming now to sitting on your mat. Prepare for a little abdominal work here, shoulders relaxed. So balance in your upward facing boat pose with knees bent, Arms come out to the sides, palms face up. And then today we're going to alternate extending, alternating legs. So straighten, bend, straighten, bend. Good. Can you see that? I'll bring my hands into prayer. Straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten. Excellent. Good. Hold. Bring your arms out to the sides, palms face up. Place your hands behind your thighs. Straighten both legs. Drop your shoulders. And cross at the ankles to sit up. Perfect. All right. Come onto your back and lift come on down to your back and take a moment just to feel your lower back settling into the mat. So this is important for our next safe abdominal exercises. So for those of us that are worried about bone density issues and doing sit-ups, we should be worried. We shouldn't do full sit-ups. But truly to work our abs, which is critically important for bone strength and for dealing with the vulnerabilities of having osteopenia and osteoporosis, strong abs are important. So we can do abdominal exercises that do not stress the vertebra of our neck at all and really, really work the deep abs. So right now, your lower back is pressing into the floor and start to activate, just tighten up. You can feel the lower, deeper abdominal muscles if you can, and almost think of having your hip bones pulling towards each other. So it's all isometric. You're just breathing, you're just noticing. Good. And now pick both feet up off the floor so your knees are at 90 degrees here. And do that again. Feel the lower abs tighten. Draw the energy of the hip bones towards each other internally. Lower back is really flat on the floor. Excellent. And now we're going to lower each leg alternately again. So let the right heel come towards the floor, barely touch, come back up again, tighten the abs again, and the left. So you're just going to go up and down for this very subtle yet strong ab move. Up and down. Good. Inhale, exhale. Keep re-engaging your inner abs. Yeah, up and down. Just a very, very light tap or not at all. Great job. Okay, and pause here. Arms come up in cactus pose on the floor. And hold. And now let's take it over in a twist, the legs. So let your feet come back to the floor. Scoot your hips 1 inch to your right. Bring the knees up. Engage those inner strong abs again and lower the knees over to your left. Adjust your shoulders in this deep abdominal twist. Don't forget to breathe. Good. Find those abs, take a breath, knees come up to center. Plant your feet down, scoot your hip 1 inch to the left, knees come back up again, and now drop the bent knees over to your right. Let them go all the way over, and then once they're over, adjust your shoulders so you're comfortable with your upper back as grounded as possible. Find your breath. Send breath into your belly, send breath into your lower back. Deep abdominal twisting. Excellent. Take a breath. Use your abs. Knees come back up to center. Plant both feet on the floor. All right. Walk your heels a little closer in towards your butt. Take your feet a little wider than your hips. Root down in 2 feet. And then we're going to do bridge up and down. Okay? So hips lift. Send your hips up. Send your chest up and your rib cage up. And down. So up Energize your inner thighs, energize your butt, and down. Up, squeeze, and down. Up, and down. Okay, let's do one more and hold this one. Press down on your feet, down on your shoulders, and your arms can come beside you. Press down at the same time as you lift up in the back bend. Hold, 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 hold. Giving some time for the muscles to really press up against your vertebra and your hip bones. This is great for bone strengthening. Inhale, exhale, release, take your time. And once you come down, draw the knees up into your chest and rock your lower back side to side. Alrighty, now plant both feet back on the floor. Actually, let's take a stretch here. So stretch out one leg and then the other, and stretch your arms out overhead. And reach, 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 reach. Good. Maybe point at your toes and open and close your hands. Good. And now do a big stretch and tighten your muscles. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze everything. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your face. Deep breath in, and then with a big sigh, go and let it go, relax. Excellent. Prepare for a final move before relaxation, and it's going to be for your hip, but also for low back and sciatic pain. So it's a familiar move with a little bit of a new element to just pay attention to. So take your right foot on the mat and the left foot lifts. Take the side of your left foot and ankle at the top of your right thigh. So right below the knee. So this, many of you know as figure 4. Hanging out in this figure 4, press your knee, just isometrically send your knee forward, and that will start to open up the hip. Now here's the next thing. Take the foot that's on the floor, the right foot up off the floor, and now rock everything over to the right. So you're going to start to rock it. That's what's going to be different about it today. Flex both feet and rock over side to side. So just an inch or two off center. So this is going to address the sciatic nerve and address low back pain and sciatic pain. Let's do that about 10 times. Keep it going, breathing in and out through your nose. Excellent. Keep sending the knee forward to energize that hip. There's a lot of activation going on in this leg and in your sciatic nerve and in your IT band. Great. Come back to center. Hold. You can reach through. You can lift your head if you want. Reach your hand through the triangle and the left and the right hand outside the right thigh. If you can get there, interlace the hands behind the thigh. Now lower the shoulders and head back down. Extend right leg up to the ceiling. If you find yourself rocking over towards your left, go back to center and a little bit over to the side, to the right side. Good. Hold here. Option to lift your upper body here. It feels like a good stretch. If you're concerned about osteoporosis, don't do it, but it should be fine because you're supporting yourself. Before you do it, engage your deep abdominal muscles. Inhale. Exhale, lift your shoulders and head up. Hold. And relax. Bend at the knee. Undo your legs, hands behind the knees. Shake it out, bounce out. Kick your heels to your butt gently. Non-violent joint release. Be kind to your body and your joints. All right, both feet come back to the mat. We'll keep your left foot grounded. Lift the right foot off the floor. Rest the top of the right side of your foot and side of your ankle on right below the knee, above on the thigh. And now send this knee forward, just gentle pressure, maybe with the hand, but it's a gentle press forward. Good, and now take the foot on the floor, off the floor, flex both feet, and now here's the fun part, the new part. Rock over towards your left, the direction of the upper leg, of the leg that's, just go the other way. So take it over, side to side. Rock, rock. This should be your left. Rock it just to center and then another inch or two over. And you shall feel, no doubt, experience sensation in your opposite hip and IT band and the area of the sciatic nerve. Breathe into it. Good. And now, one more time, back to center. You can take your right hand, lift your head to see what you're doing, thread the hand through and then behind, interlace the fingers behind the thigh, lower your shoulders and head back down. Extend left leg up towards the ceiling. Be here now. And option to lift the upper body, head towards your legs. Hold. Inhale. Exhale, lower shoulders and head back down. Bend at the knee, release your hands, release your legs, hands behind the thighs, and give yourself that gentle bounce out, knees gently bend, and then gently kick your heels towards your butt. Good. Let's do a last restorative pose for a few moments before we do final meditation relaxation. I'm going to suggest if you've got 2 blocks or 2 pillows nearby, you could go and get them. And they are optional, but it will turn the posture Baddha Konasana, which is the soles of the feet together, legs in the shape of a diamond in a reclining place. It'll turn it into restorative if you have a place for your legs to rest. So I would suggest that, okay? Grab 2 pillows or 2 blocks and place them underneath your knees so that your knees are up, and then relax back down. And we're going to be here for about 2 minutes, so you could also make yourself comfortable by having a little pillow under your head or something like that. So go ahead and relax in Baddha Konasana for a few breaths. And while you are relaxing, I'd like to share with you, just to re-inspire you, that these practices that we're doing today help to build bone density, strengthen hips especially. They work the brain to improve proprioception, and that last move specifically targets low back and sciatic pain. So I hope that you found this practice a good one, and you might want to do it again, not today, but in the future, to really address all of these issues as we go forward. So in this position of Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, legs in the shape of a diamond, place your hands comfortably on your belly. Perhaps make a diamond with your hands. So index fingers touch, thumbs touch. Have your index fingers point down towards your pubic bone and your thumbs point up towards your navel or up towards your heart. And then just rest your hands lightly on your belly with this diamond shape. If you're comfortable to close your eyes and breathe into belly. The easy rise and fall of the breath in your belly. Relax around this. Relax your shoulders. Let the weight of your legs go. Hips are relaxed and open. Nothing to do and nowhere to go. Simply be with your breath. And now, deepening your next breath, release your hands. Bring your hands together, rub them, and then we'll do one more thing for your brain and your third eye and your eyes. Okay, once you create heat in your palms, you're going to palm your eyes. It's pretty simple stuff. So just take your hands and rest the palms ever so lightly on top of your eyes and your forehead. Don't totally press forward, just hover right above so you feel the heat. And then take your focus, turn your eyes inwardly into that center, into that area of your forehead, your brow point, and stimulate this center. This is the location of your pineal and pituitary gland. And in yoga talk, we call it your wisdom center or the Ajna chakra. Find your breath. Look upwards and inwards. Excellent. Inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale, release your hands. Guide your knees up together. And then we will find our way, the most comfortable way for you to find your way up to sitting. And we'll sit for the last few moments of session. Ellie, do you want to come do final relaxation or final meditation? Come, Ellie, come. Ellie, come here. Come here, come here, come here. Ellie, come. Come here. Downward dog over here. What good is that? You're not in the video. I don't think she's in the video. Is she in the video? All right. So now finding a comfortable seat for these last few moments of our session. Sit cross-legged, sit on your heels, sit on a block, whatever you like. Just find a seat. Allow your spine to lengthen, shoulders to relax. And then closing eyes, if you find that to be a comfortable way to go within, to meditate. It's going to be just for a minute. So close your eyes and see with eyes closed if you can just scan around your physical body. Notice your ankles, your knees, your shoulders, your hands touching whatever they're touching. Notice that your head is there right on top of your spine. And then close your mouth and breathe through your nose. And notice the feeling of the breath coming in and out through your nostrils. Very slowly. Don't try to deepen the breath. It's just a light, soft breath through your nose. Slowly and lightly. And for the next several moments, see if you can just keep the focus on the feeling of the breath without allowing busy thoughts to come into your wavelength. Just awareness of breath. And then the next breath, make it a little bit deeper. Inhale through your nose. And then open your eyes. Exhale through your nose. So if you've made it this far, I am so happy. Bring your hands to a prayer in front of your heart and sending good wishes, prayers for peace and healing to your loved ones and all beings around the planet. Namaste. Thanks for joining me today for this sustainable yoga practice. I would love to have you give me a comment. I want to know what you thought and any questions you might have. So comment below, thumbs up if you liked the video, and I'll see you next time at Forever Yoga with Susanna. That's me.